Hi friends, it's Miss G again. Today we're going to talk about honesty. Do you know what honesty is? Wow, those are some great ideas. Well, specifically, honesty is when you tell the truth about something that happened. And the truth is exactly what happened. And sometimes it's not always easy to tell the truth, is it? Like if you push your brother and your brother tells on you and you're like, no, I didn't do that. Is that being honest? No. But if you were to say, yes, I pushed him and I shouldn't have, and I'm sorry, I won't do it again. That's being honest about making a mistake. Um, and so it's not always easy to be honest because it's easy to say, no, I didn't do it. But it's the better thing to do to tell the truth. So I'm getting ready to tell you a story about honesty. So I want you to sit tight and cut your ears on and listen carefully to our story about Mike and Molly. Okay? Integrity. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a story about honesty. And this story has a little boy and a little girl. Um, their names are Mike and Molly. And they go and visit their grandparents' house for the summer, for a couple weeks in the summer. And their grandparents live on a farm. How fun, right? So Mike is out practicing hitting his baseball. He has a baseball and a bat, and he's practicing hitting his baseball so he can get better. And he's not doing a great job, but he's trying, you know. And so on his way back, his grandmother calls him in, tells him it's supper time, and on his way back, he takes his bat and his ball, and he purposefully hits it towards this globe thing that's on the ground that the grandma has in her garden, and it's glass. He purposefully hits it towards that, and it breaks, it shatters, it goes everywhere. Because he was upset because he was hitting the ball and it wasn't going where he wanted to. So he hit the ball and he purposely aimed towards this thing, thinking he probably wouldn't hit it, but he was mad. And then he hit it and it broke. Well, he immediately was like, and his sister was sitting in the window and watched it happen. Well, his sister didn't say anything about it when he got in. So he thought that nobody saw it. So he was not going to tell that he broke his grandmother's glass, the globe glass that was in the garden that she was growing. So he went on and they ate supper, and they had some things to do. And so they were talking and discussing things. And then after supper, the grandma said, Molly, I need you to get the dishes and wash the dishes for everyone. And Molly went up to Mike and said, Mike, I saw what you did out there. You broke Grandma's globe. And so if you don't want me to tell her, I'm going to make you do the dishes. And Mike got scared. He didn't want to have to tell his grandma that he got mad and broke the globe because, right, that was a mistake. He shouldn't have done that. And everybody makes mistakes, but it's how we choose to handle our mistakes that define who we are as people. So Mike said, okay, I'll wash the dishes. Don't tell. So he washes the dishes and he thinks, okay, this is done. Like, you know. Well, then it comes time for them to go outside and play again. It's not quite time to go to bed. And before the little girl, Molly, goes outside, the grandmother says, Molly, I need you to come pick up the toys inside. And Molly looked at Mike and said, if you don't want me to tell, you need to go clean up the toys, because I'm going to tell if you don't. I'm going to tell Grandma what you did. And so Mike begrudgingly went and cleaned up the toys. And at this point, he's like, I feel really bad. I did something wrong. I probably should have told Grandmother about this. I should have just told her and told her I was sorry and was honest about it and not kept it from her, because that's dishonest. So he finally decides to go tell the grandmother. And he says, I'm so sorry. I got upset and I hit my ball towards your glass globe in the garden and it broke and it shattered and I just left it and I didn't come tell you and I'm very sorry. I should have cleaned it up. I should have came and told you and I shouldn't have done that to begin with. And the grandmother said, I forgive you, Mike. I thank you for telling me. I appreciate your honesty. I wish you would have told me as soon as it happened so we could clean it up so the glass wouldn't have been dangerous for the animals and so that we could have just been on a good page and you wouldn't have felt bad and I would have known what was going on so I could help you. And Mike agreed. He said he was sorry and that for not being honest and telling her about it and that he would not do that again. Next time he would just be honest. So the important lesson here is if you just come forward and tell the truth and even though it's hard, it's not easy to tell someone that we made a mistake. That's so hard to admit to. But if we just come forward and say, I made a mistake and I'm really sorry. What can I do to make it right? 9 times out of 10, it's going to work out in your favor. It's going to work out so that you can feel better and you can clean up your mess and you can do what you need to do to make it right. And that's what being an honest person is about. It's not that you're never going to tell a lie or you're never going to not make a mistake. It's about what you do when you make that mistake. Once you've made it, do you continue to spiral and tell lie after lie after lie and continue to make up things, which is so hard to do, right? Like, you know, he could have said, oh, an animal must have broke it. And then he could have said, then maybe his bat was damaged and he could have said, oh, I don't know how that happened, right? It's lie after lie after lie. Or he could just tell the truth and make himself feel better for telling the truth, make others think good things about him for coming and admitting his mistake and move forward in life in peace, love, and happiness. That's important. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. We will see each other another day, okay? Toodaloo!